Welcome back to a Faster PC live support. I know you've been waiting all week for this show. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. Get excited. This time, this is exciting. We're actually going to be helping people resolve their computer problems. We may help you resolve your computer problems. So give us a call, 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Or you can head over to our Facebook or YouTube video. Either go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Go to YouTube. YouTube channel is kind of new, and we don't have as many likes over there, but get over there and you can watch the show there as well. Or you can head to our website at fasterpc.com. We have links to both our Facebook page and our YouTube channel where you can watch this show in its entirety. And you know what? If you're driving down the road, you're doing other things, you're not able to watch right now, you'll be able to watch the show in its entirety at your convenience after the show is over. So, but if you have a computer question, if you have a computer problem, if something's not working, now is your chance to get your problem solved for free. Give us a call, 772-340-1590, and let's see whether we can help you on this show resolve your computer problem. Also, we do have technicians that are standing by in the shop ready to resolve computer problems, and we'll be there today until 2, but you don't have to wait until then. Remember, computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical problems as well. So give us a call. You know the number, 772-340-1590, or you can head over to our Facebook page or YouTube channel. You can type the questions into the comment section there. We did answer questions last week from Facebook, and we can answer your question as well, whether you type it into the comments of the live video at Facebook or also YouTube, or you can go head over. Well, those are the two places, or 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, and we can actually help you out there. And I'm actually posting this show to social media right now. You may want to do the same. Let people know. You don't want to keep this information to yourself. You want to let people know about what's going on, so that they can be involved, so that they can help out, so that they can learn as well. So we are going to be talking today. We'll be going over some of the latest threats. We'll also be talking about some of the we'll be talking a little bit about the Apple update and some things that you can do there. And in addition to that, we'll be going over some other things, including streaming TV, and how you can. I don't know, has anyone out there been streaming any of the Major League Baseball playoffs? We have, and we actually a few weeks ago did show how to actually go over how to do this, so you can actually watch this, and so this is pretty cool. One of the things that some of the games are on Fox, so you'll be able to actually watch those, and you'll be able to see those there. So this is something that you'll want to actually look at. We also, I also did have a question just recently about how to stream football games. So we have talked about that. We've shown that in a few of the shows recently. One issue that I had just recently, I do subscribe to NFL Plus Premium, so that's a plan available from the NFL. You actually purchase it directly from the NFL, and from the NFL you get what you get is you get live. You can listen to the games live. You can also watch the games after they happen. Now, they used to say that you had to wait until the morning after the game, really you were able to watch it right after midnight. But what I have found just recently, this season at least, and this is really the first time that I've subscribed in a while, but when I subscribed, I'm able to actually watch. Let's say if the game was a 1 p.m. game, I'm able to watch it Sunday evening while I'm eating supper. So pretty cool way that you can actually do that. It is quite a bit less expensive than the NFL Sunday Ticket. Of course, you can't watch the game live, but you know what? I'm doing other things when the game's on live. A lot of times, unless it is a primetime game later on in the day. I have limited amounts of times of, doing some things for my wife, or, of course we have church in the morning on Sundays, and then we're doing some things for my wife, or working in the garden, something like this. And then I go and visit my mom in an assisted living facility. And then what I'm able to do is I'm able to actually come home later on and watch the game. So you may want to check that out. Also, with again the Major League Baseball playoffs. Again, if you don't have cable TV or any other a streaming package, then some of the games are on Fox News, or not Fox News, but the Fox Broadcast Network, and you can actually get that from a digital antenna. And you can actually watch that whenever you just connect any of the games that are on Fox. And really, the World Series is coming up. It's really huge game, or series of games, and you'll be able to watch that all. Every single person listening, if you're listening in our radio listening area at least, you'll be able to actually listen to and watch the games live, and I've been, of course, able to listen to some of them also when I'm driving in the van. Been able to listen to some of them on WPSL, so that's another way. And of course, they do Sunday, football on Sunday as well. But lots of different ways that you can take part, that you can actually watch the videos, listen, or listen to the games, or watch the games. So this is something that definitely you'll want to actually check out and take part in. So one thing that we did want to that we will be going over a little bit later on in the show today. We will be going over the Apple update. Now, this was Apple actually did release their iOS 17, and then they had a 0-day security issue with that, and so we actually alerted you of that. We let you know of that, and this is something that we want to encourage you again, and we did encourage you to go ahead and install the update. Make sure that update is installed, and get the updates going there. But if you haven't installed it yet, you may want to listen a little bit later on today. We'll talk about some steps to take ahead of time, because some people did have problems with that update. We'll lay out what those problems were. We talked a little bit about it last week, but with all the callers that we had, we didn't have time to go over it in its entirety. But we will talk about that a little bit later, and we'll be talking about some of the issues that we have been seeing, as well as some of the security threats that we have been seeing lately as well, including some ways that you can actually help protect yourself and your computer. Now, one of the things I did want to just touch on here is the importance of protecting your passwords, and really making sure that you know what your passwords are. And particularly, we are talking about passwords to key accounts, like passwords to your bank account, passwords to your email account, passwords to your not only your bank account and your email account, but also to your Microsoft account. your Apple account, your Google account. So if you have an Apple iPhone or an Apple iPad or a Mac, it's very important that you know the username and password to your account, or that you have a system like a password management system where you can actually get in there and the password management system actually remembers that password. So these are important. If you have an Android phone or a Android tablet, it's very important that you remember your Google password, or that you have a Google account so that you can actually or that you have a way of saving it like a password management system. So we'll talk a little bit more later about a password management system, but it's important to know these and to be able to get into your account, because your phone is linked to that account. Your Apple phone is linked to your Apple account. And if you have a Windows-based computer, Microsoft really wants you to use a Microsoft account. And if you have any subscriptions to Microsoft, if you're using OneDrive, if you're using Microsoft 365, you're going to have a username and password, and that username and password is critical for you to get in and download and install the software or get access to your data through that is stored in OneDrive. So we'll be talking about that throughout the show as well.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes. Or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC, or a Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
That's right, and we are back ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues. And Cliff, do we still have Sharon on the line?
Yes, we do.
All right, Sharon, welcome to a Faster PC live technical support. I apologize we didn't pick you up in the last segment, but we're here to answer your question right now.
Hello.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead,
Okay,
Sharon.
hi. My name is, and I had a question about I think it's Life 360,
Yeah.
where you can tell where your family members are.
Yes.
And I just wanted to find out how does that work? And if I'm assuming you use your Bluetooth, and if you use your Bluetooth, does that create issues for other people to get into your phone?
Okay. Yeah. So first of all, with Life 360, so my family uses Life 360, and it has been helpful to track each other. And it's been helpful to track my mom sometimes. Right now she's in an assisted living facility, but there was a period of time where she was at home, and sometimes wanted to go find me or find my dad, even though my dad was in the house. She didn't recognize him, so she wanted to go find him. And sometimes she would take off, and it's helpful to be able to track where someone is. And with Life 360, you can do that. It is dependent on your phone turning on location and allowing the app to actually utilize that location. And
Okay.
but it is great. It also does give you some driving history as well. If you have children in the house that are driving and you want to make sure that they're not driving too fast or something like that, as long as they don't turn it off while they're driving, you'll be able to know how fast they were driving and so on. It tells you things like how many hard brakes there were. There is a free version and a paid version. We, I think, have the free version, although sometimes my wife switches on and turns on the paid version. But I don't think we're paying for it right now. But she would be the one to ask on that, because, like I said, she does try to sneak the paid version in there sometimes. But the paid version does give you more information, gives you more history. It is helpful. It can tell you, if you're not sure, hey, I went to this store at a certain time, you're not sure when you got there. It's not 100% accurate all the time. I mean, sometimes it will be 10 or 20 minutes off on when you actually arrived at a location. But in fact, sometimes on my wife's phone, I'll be home, I'll be in the house, I'll be talking to her, and her phone will ding telling her that I'm home. So sometimes it's not 100% accurate on timing, but it is a really, really great app to use. Apple has also Find My, and you can find my phone and also find my friends with that. So that's another thing. But Life 360 is pretty cool because it gives you updates. So like we can actually see my wife gets updates when my dad leaves the house, and we get updates when he's near our house or near our store. So it is a handy tool. Especially when you're trying to find people. Just think about if you go to a major event or maybe a theme park or something like that, and sometimes people split up and it's difficult to find where someone is. Of course, you can make a phone call these days. Back in the old days, you had to go to an employee and get someone paged, and it was really difficult to get to someone. But hopefully that will actually help out there, and you'll be able to do that. Now, you had a question on Bluetooth, whether Bluetooth allows people to get into your phone. And I can tell you that Bluetooth is not very secure. I have used it on my phone in the past. I'm not using it now just because the Bluetooth headsets. I mean, I run and I've damaged some of them with sweat getting into them, and I most of the time when I run, I'm just running without a headset. I just use the phone audio, and then if I actually run in a race, I connect a wired headset, and it just gives me feedback. I get feedback every 1/10 of a mile, how fast I'm going, what my average pace is, how far I've gone, so on and so forth. And that's not 100% accurate on distance either, but it's real close, and it gives you a good feel. Now, I can tell you on computers that Bluetooth is a security vulnerability. I don't use Bluetooth on computers. I turn Bluetooth off, and you can use it on a phone. It's up to you, but you are sending wireless information over that way, and sometimes sometimes some devices can be, you just check your Bluetooth settings in your phone itself or your tablet, and make sure there's no devices that you don't recognize. If there's any devices you don't recognize, just take them out. Hopefully that'll help you explain that information to you.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And we have a call, or actually a question. We have actually a few questions on Facebook. So lots of questions coming in on Facebook. Don't see any coming in on YouTube yet, but the first question from John. He says that John says that when he turns on his Windows XP computer, he receives a log on to Windows asking him for a password, which he didn't add to the computer, and he's wanting to get rid of that and just have it boot right into Windows. So I can tell you that there's three ways that your computer would ask for a password, and really all of them would require someone adding that password. So what we're looking at there is with this, when you actually are looking at turning on your computer, first of all, there's what's called a BIOS. BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System. It holds information like your date and time, and there's various settings for your computer in the BIOS. There is a BIOS password, and some people turn that on. That actually is required. If you have turned that on, it's required to know that. Some motherboards have a way of resetting the BIOS password by a jumper, or maybe even removing the battery. Some, even if you remove the battery, the BIOS password is still there, and the password needs to get there. Now, that's not the most common password type. The most common password type is a Windows password, which you have a username, and if you have a password, and it's possible that maybe you had a password before and you had your computer configured to auto log in with that password. And you know, but you can also remove the password and your computer will boot right into Windows. However, if you don't know the password, then what has to happen is the password has to be changed. And the way the password would have to be changed would be to edit the registry to actually remove the password or change the password to a known password. So we do have software that we can run that will actually boot up the computer and change that password. Then the third option or the third type of password is when the registry itself is encrypted, and this is typically put on the computer by a hacker, where there's a password that comes up after the computer already starts to load, but before it gets into Windows. You actually have this password that actually launches and asks you to get into your computer and tries to actually you actually have to know that password. Now, if you have that type of password, that requires restoring the registry, which depends on which version of Windows. With Windows XP, you should have a backup of the registry, and it does require booting the computer, accessing the hard drive on from another computer, and restoring a backup of the registry, and that resolves that issue. Now, newer versions of Windows 10 and Windows 11, Microsoft stopped backing up the registry. So if a hacker does that to you, well, what's going to happen is you're going to need a clean install of Windows unless you've modified your registry settings to back up those registry files. So hopefully it's not either of those. Most likely it's just the Windows password. We can change that pretty easily. We can take out the password. I mean, it is always safest to have a password on your computer, but you know, we do have a lot of customers that don't want one, and you don't have to have one if you don't want one. We can help change that for you and get that out of there. And with Windows XP, obviously Windows XP hasn't been updated in years, so you don't want to have that on the internet. In fact, if you do have it on the internet, it's very difficult to actually connect to the internet. Most websites will not work because the browsers haven't been updated for years and years and years. And so that's something that you'll want to actually take a look at. But definitely keep it offline. Just use programs that are designed for XP. We also can virtualize XP systems, so you can run a virtual PC within a Windows 10 or a Windows 11 computer, and that allows you to still run those older programs. We have one client that actually uses XP because they have these old software that creates signs, and they use these signs for their business, and it's a nursery landscape company, and they actually have these signs that have the various types of plants and the name and the price and so on and so forth, and they have hundreds of these designs, and they're all in this program that's an old program, and the company doesn't make a new program. The files that they have are only usable on this old program. We can virtualize that type of software so that you can boot that up inside of a Windows 10 or a Windows 11 computer, and that way you have the latest security for browsing the web and so on, but you don't have to deal with you don't have to deal with the issue of what happens if your hardware fails, because if you have Windows XP, I mean, that computer is probably 20 years old or more. So just be thinking about that. Now, we also have Leslie that asks, are we a internet service provider? So we are not an internet service provider. However, and she's asking, who do we recommend? So we actually use Comcast. I use Comcast at my house. We use Comcast at our business as well. Several of our customers use Comcast, and we do have some customers that do that do actually connect with AT&T. AT&T does have UVerse. They also have fiber optics in certain areas, not in all areas, and they have business class fiber. We have some customers that actually use both. They have business class fiber for part of their internet, and they have Comcast for part of their internet. We have, in fact, some hotels that have a Comcast feed for their office computers, and they have AT&T fiber to provide internet for their residents, for their wireless and also for their camera systems. So we actually help them set that up. Now, Comcast in most areas, if you can get Comcast, Comcast is in most areas is going to be give you the fastest performance for the lowest price. And you can actually, if you have a home account or a business account and you don't have their service right now, go to their website, see what they offer, and you can sign up right there. They are offering some really good low prices for fast speeds now. The offers will be for 1 year or 2 years, and then you'll have to negotiate after that. One thing that we have found is that, first of all, if you're a business, when your term expires, they do have a retention department. Go and check what their current offerings are, and then call their retention department. They'll match that price. If you're a resident, they probably won't want to match the price, but if you have a spouse, your spouse can sign up and get that low price, and then you can actually cancel the other account once you have that new account set up. So that's one way of keeping the price low at home.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. A Faster PC has been here, and as Florida begins to open for business,
The Faster PC.
will remain open to repair computers 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 2 Saturdays. We offer curbside drop-off and pickup and on-site service where a Faster PC can come to you. And we can fix many computer problems remotely without requiring any in-person contact. A Faster PC is also working to help our customers set up remote access so that employees can continue to work and be productive from home. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 next to the new Dollar General in Port St. Lucie, and on the web at
www.afasterpc.com.
that's www.afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. Again, that's 772-878-5978. Even in times like these, when you have computer problems,
You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC or A
Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we are back ready to answer your questions, ready to help you resolve your computer and technical issues as well. So one thing that we did talk about again a few weeks ago, we talked about the Apple update. So Apple did release their iOS 17 version, and this software, what it does is it's their latest iOS for their operating system, latest operating system for the iPhone and iPad, and a lot of times, when a new operating system comes out, it's not necessarily a security update. So it's not necessarily something that you should jump on the bandwagon and install right away. But what we actually do suggest is that maybe even let it sit out there a little bit. Make sure no one has problems, because Apple's quality control with their updates hasn't been as good lately as it used to be. One thing that I would actually encourage you to do, though, is when there are security updates, make sure that you are updating and installing those updates. Now Apple did have a major security, a 0-day threat with their latest operating system, and it also affected older Apple phones as well. And this is something, and of course, we also mentioned a few weeks ago that there was a major threat that affected computers, Windows-based computers, Mac-based computers, affected iPhones, Android phones. A lot of the browsers that are out there were affected by this. So if you have a Windows-based computer, if you have a Mac-based computer, you'll want to make sure that you're getting the updates installed. And also your iPhones, your Android phones, your Android tablets, and your iPads, making sure that you're updating those. The Apple threat, 0-day threat, actually even affects the Apple Watches. So make sure you're backing, or that you're updating those. But before you do, you want to make sure that you have a good backup of your phone. Some people did have problems with their contacts, either the contacts being gone or just having the numbers and not the names. And this was a glitch with the update that happened. It didn't happen on my phone, but I do have friends that this happened to. And so it is important that you always have a good backup of your phone. Now, you can have a backup of your phone one of two ways. And we're talking specifically about iPhones here, and the same would hold true to iPads. So there's two ways to back it up. One is to back it up with Apple's iCloud. And backing it up with Apple's iCloud, Apple gives you some space for free, and then you can pay for additional space. And I know my wife does this. She actually pays, I think it's 99 cents a month. And she has additional storage space, and she's able to back up. It automatically backs up her phone. Well, if she were to go out today and to go to the beach and have her phone a little bit too close to the shoreline, and a wave comes up and washes over her phone, or maybe as some of our customers have been walking in a little bit of water, maybe a foot or two of water, and dropped their phone. We had one customer that actually dropped a $7,000 phone. Yeah, this customer had a Lamborghini phone and dropped it in about 2 feet of water. And we were able to retrieve data off of that phone, and get it to work well enough to retrieve the data, but we weren't able to get it to work well enough to actually get it to work and function. So most people aren't going to pay that much money for a phone, but however much you pay for a phone, they're expensive, and you obviously want to try to not damage them, but they, even though they're expensive, the contents of the phone, particularly the pictures, are what most people would consider priceless. Certainly you might have some pictures that you want to delete and don't care about, but there's a good chance you have pictures of family members, pictures of your loved ones that you want to actually check out and make sure that you actually have those on your that you have those backed up, that you can restore those. So one thing that you do want to actually take a look at is making sure that you have a backup. So you can back up again to the iCloud. You can also back up with iTunes. So iTunes is a program software that you can download on your computer. I know it's available for Windows-based computers. Apple is tweaking it, and there is some talk that they may actually get rid of the iTunes software for computers, but right now you still can get it, and you still can back up your phone or your iPad with iTunes, and you can do that wirelessly or connected to your computer with a USB cable. And so your computer has USB ports. Most computers have USB-A. Some of the newer ones also have USB-C. The Apple phones and iPads, the newer ones use the USB-C port, and the ones that were kind of in the middle use the Lightning connector. If you still have one that has one of the really big wide wide connectors, well, you don't really have to worry about those, updating those, because there are no updates for those anymore. You can't, it's too old. It's kind of like Windows XP or Windows Vista or Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1. You're not going to update that software. You need to make sure that you're getting the later operating systems, and to do that with an iPhone or an iPad, you need a new device. And so you want to make sure that you're getting these updated and or backed up, and then do the update. That way, if anything goes wrong, you can roll back to prior to the update. And sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes something does go wrong, and you might even, if something goes wrong, well, you lose contacts or something like that, you roll back to what you had before the update, and then hopefully look and see if Apple in a few days has a patch or has a fix for that issue. And I believe that they do have a fix for this issue now. So if you were to update now, you're probably not going to have the problem, but it's always safest to back up and to make sure that you have an update, that you have your data backed up on your phone. And of course, it's a little bit easier to back up a Apple device. Really, I don't know of a way to back up a Android device on your computer, but you can pay for Google Google storage, and you can back up that way. If you have a Samsung Android device, they have their own backup system that you can use, and that way you can make sure that your phone is backed up. And again, this is good to do on a regular basis anyway, but especially if you're about to do an update, you want to make sure that you have a backup ahead of time. And it's good to have a backup of your computer system as well. We do run into issues with people from time to time where, in fact, we have a computer in our office right now. It's from a lawyer, and his battery went low. His computer might have been in the middle of an update. His computer anyway, I don't know exactly why, but his computer won't boot into Windows. Well, in the shop, we did find that he had RAM errors, and he also had errors with the hard drive. So either one of those could cause the issue that he was having, and also a power outage or a running out of battery in the middle of an update could cause that issue as well. So what we're having to do with his, and in many cases we're able to repair the boot and actually get up into Windows, but in his case we actually, because he doesn't have a backup system on his computer, we actually were able to go ahead and install a new SSD drive, and we're going to be installing new RAM. We have some used RAM in there right now temporarily to get him up into Windows. We're working on getting his data over, and basically he's going to have a clean install of Windows, and he's going to need to reinstall programs. Of course, we can help him with that if he needs help with that, but he's going to need to reconnect to wireless networks. He's going to reinstall his printer. If he had Microsoft Office, he'll need to reinstall that. Any other software that he may have had, he'll need to go ahead and reinstall that. Now, we do have clients that have signed up with our managed services backup programs. And for computers, we're able to actually make image-based backups and incremental backups. So it makes a full backup, and then it makes incremental backups in between that time. And then we're able to actually restore that at a later time if they need it. And we can make these backups as often as every 15 minutes. Obviously there's not a lot that changes on a computer within a time span of 15 minutes, but whatever does change, it backs it up. And we can back that up, again, from every 15 minutes to, a few times a day to once a day. But we have clients that are on this system, and some of them had backup programs where it was dependent on them backing up their data. And one problem when your backup is dependent on you backing up your data, it's always a little bit, well, a lot of times we have good intentions, but the good intentions don't always get us where we need to go, because we don't always follow through and do what we're supposed to do. And we're supposed to make sure that we're backing up. But the best and most diligent people don't always do what they're supposed to do. You might get busy. You might say, well, I'll get to that tomorrow. I'll do that next week. And tomorrow comes, next week comes, and you just haven't done it. So with the managed backup plan, what happens is we're able to create a local backup and a cloud backup. And that way, hopefully, the local backup will work and we can get the data more quickly restored from the local backup. But if the local backup doesn't work, then what we need to do is we need to go out there and get a cloud backup. And the cloud backup is really the fail-safe. It's a fail-safe that protects you from fire, protects you from theft, protects you from sabotage, protects you from hackers that might have gotten into your system and deleted, corrupted your operating system, encrypted your files, and went after your backup as well, because they know if they can get after the backup, well, that's gonna help them. It's going to give them more of a likelihood for you to pay money in ransom. But we don't want you to have to pay money in ransom. We want you to be safe and have your data backed up.
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website of fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5. And next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is The Real Reason for the Conflict in the Middle East. Is this a sign we're in the end times? Part 1. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a faster PC?
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Isn't it about time that we protect every human being in America, including the preborn? Go to personhoodflorida.com today to sign the Human Life Protection Amendment to establish liberty and justice for all. Again, that's personhoodflorida.com.
This is WPSL Ports.